Hey, good morning, y'all. I know I come in here often with a lot of positivity, but I just want to ask, some questions. One of the biggest things I want to ask is, why do we settle for what we know we're better than? You know what I mean? Like, why do we put ourselves in predicaments and deal with people that we know we wouldn't want our kids to deal with? Or why do we act like, ways that we wouldn't want our kids to act? Like, are we subconsciously telling ourselves that we feel like we don't deserve better, so we don't do better, in hopes of feeling better for somebody that's less fortunate than us, so we can have an impact on their lives, so we feel better about ourselves? I don't know if you guys caught on to what I'm saying, but like, if you did, you did. But like, why do we settle for less? Why don't we push ourselves into like big areas? Why are we so scared of failure? And I'm just asking these questions because these are things that I've done, things that I do, things that I've been victimized to. Like, I settled for less, I dated, like, it was like I had a broken women radar. Like, I would do like, do 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 do, and like, some part of me thought if I could save them, put their puzzle pieces together, in return to help me put my puzzle pieces together. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. If you're a broken woman, I'm a broken man. I've been a broken man. It's about acknowledgement. First thing you gotta do is acknowledge yourself and really know where you're at in your life. But, why do we settle for less? Is it that's what we seen growing up? Is it that is it more of we're trying to figure out ourselves? That broken home, broken situation shit, it's hard, but sometimes we settle for less in everything, in our job, like I said, in our relationships, in our friendships. You ever have that friend that you're like, I'm gonna go see her today. So you gotta make sure you look a certain way because she probably talk about your figure, or she probably admit you like, hey girl, you gained some pounds. So you don't. Why have friends like that? Sometimes people settle for less and they don't even know they're settling for less. You think that you're doing yourself a justice or doing yourself a favor by being in that situation, when in actuality, you're just hurting yourself in the long run. Your question is your glass half empty or half full? That's what you gotta ask yourself. I don't know why we settle nowadays. I don't know why you settle. I don't know why I settle. Are we afraid to be alone? Are we afraid to be alone? Because when we're alone, that's when our deepest, darkest secrets and stuff come to our mind, and then we have to face them. And I guess us not speaking them out loud makes it not real. So by dealing with someone that has more problems than us, we're taking on their problems only to bury our problems even deeper for longer times. If you're dating for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. So now what you're doing is putting more luggage on top of the problems, almost forgetting about your own problems, trying to help somebody else solve all of their problems. And at the point of you solving all of their problems, or you stop talking to them, when you hit back ground floor, under the dirt is your problems, things that you never dealt with, things that you never soiled, things that you never watered, things that you never took care of. So these wounds, these scars are now dirty, infected. So rather than dealing with them when you could have, you deal with them later. And now the situation's even worse. I don't know, man. I don't know. So many people in the world do it. Like, growing up, I never understood why women stayed in abusive relationships. I never understood, like, why would you stay with somebody that's beating you because they don't like how you act and how you wear, stuff like that. I just wonder so much, man. Like, I wake up and my mind just starts running. Like, one thing, the way my mind runs is like, I'll start thinking about something, And I don't know if you guys ever seen like those old school movies or new school movies where it's like flashing from Back to the Future, but it's going through everything like. You know, when a person asks me at that point, like, what are you thinking about? At that moment, I'm going to say what I'm thinking about. Although I'm thinking about a million things. And this is one of the million things that I woke up on. Like, you know, why do we settle for less? Why do we put our heart through all of these pains, all of these trials, all these tribulations for things that we really wouldn't want? You know, why are you women or you men dating girls or guys that you wouldn't want your kid to be with? You wouldn't want your daughter to be with that man. You wouldn't want your son to be with that girl. But we're putting ourselves in these situations with people that we really know that we shouldn't be with. What does that say about us? You know, are we scared? Are we afraid of something? Are we scared of something? Are you scared of something? Why do we tell ourselves that we're gonna wait till the beginning of the week to work out? Why not start the day that we said we're gonna do it? You know, if it's the end of the month, it's like, I don't know if today's like the 22nd or something, like, it's the 22nd, I'm gonna start working out September. Why? Why? What does the start of a new month or a new week mean? Why do we keep pushing off things that we know are gonna make us better? Why do we apologize for things that we don't believe in? 9 times out of 10, if you get caught in a situation, caught in a lie, you're not really sorry. If you were sorry, you would have never did it. You're probably only sorry because you got caught. Why do we settle for less? Realize that we settle for less, tell the person that we're settling for less, and then they make us feel guilty because we're calling them less than what we're saying. Like, I feel like it's more of an insult for me to keep allowing you to think that, okay, this is a good situation. Like, no, I feel like you could be better, you could be great, but you're settling. You've settled this whole time. If you are more, be more. It's scary because nowadays, like, you can really be in a situation and a person to make you feel guilty for their demons. You'll feel guilty for their demons because you haven't dealt with your demons. So now you just have demons all over the place. You might have a couple of good moments, a couple of good intermissions, you know. Might have that honeymoon stage, might be boo loving and all that, might go out here and there. But the actual foundation is not solid. So many people nowadays be like, you know, they'll be dating a person and be like, oh, you know, we should just be together. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people aren't girlfriend or boyfriend friendly. Just because you've been talking to a person for a time doesn't mean that you guys deserve to be together. What makes you a girlfriend? What makes you a boyfriend? For girls, like, what makes you a girlfriend? Because you support and because you know, you're pretty? Like, are you a headache? Are you toxic? Do you argue? Do you cause problems? Are you petty? Are you this? Are you that? All of these things matter. Like, you really have to ask yourself. Men, why are you not dating? You know, or do you have a bunch of flavors? You know, you talking to a bunch of girls. Like, there's so much going on that you could really ask yourself. Like, so many people think just because they're them, they deserve to be. You know, you just might not be girlfriend friendly. You know, you might not be that person's type. It's easy to believe that you are and think that, but, you know, reality check. Not everybody gonna want to put you under the wing. You know, it's once a person comes across enough attractive guys, enough attractive women, enough physically fit or plus size, it doesn't appease to them anymore. It's like, what else are you doing for me? You know, what are you adding to my life? What are you helping me achieve? You know, I've dealt with females that was like, you know, oh, you know, why aren't we in a relationship, or why haven't we commenced, or to actually fully emotionally invest into someone that you know is broken, or know that someone is, it could pull you back 5, 10 months, 5, 10 years, you know? Just thinking today, like, you know, why do we settle for less? When we deserve more, when we talk more, when we post more. We want the world to believe that we're shooting for all these stars and all these great things, but we don't. Why is it that we'll give a person our body first before we give a person our heart? And it's 2019 logic. Everything that I'm talking about, I understand. I've done. You gotta ask yourself, why settle for less? Why are you settling for less? Stop settling for less. It's another ET challenge. Chopping it up with you guys. Much love, much love, much love. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week. Start your Monday off right. Alright? I'll talk to you guys later. Royalty. Over and out.